We're on.
Alright, Shalom. We are the real Hebrew Israelites, and we prophesied the downfall of this kingdom, America, which is called the daughter of Babylon in the Bible, and to teach you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are the Lord's chosen people spoken of in the Bible.
We're going to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone camps for teaching us this truth of the Bible, and peace and mercy to the brothers around the world pushing this truth. Today, we usually go out and prophesy in the highways and the byways, but it's invaded right now, by demons because they're celebrating this parade, in the streets, in the main streets of our town, because yesterday was Thanksgiving, but really was really Thanksgiving, because on that day, it was a lot of murder, but they say they changed it to Thanksgiving, they changed the meaning of it.
And what they mean by Thanksgiving is thanks to their power, the sword for killing the indigenous people, the Gadites and the Ishmaelites.
And this land wasn't given to them, so how can they be thankful for it? It was stolen. It was stolen, not given.
So they're thankful for stealing. Yeah, let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and 15. Yeah, because we were supposed to be out there, and there was nowhere to park. Nowhere. We'd go to the middle of town, and we prophesied there, but this time it was, like brother said, it was invaded. There was nowhere to park. 28 and 15. Because we're going to talk about the curses, because the curses are going to be passed on to Esau, to the so-called white man. Right?
This Deuteronomy 28 and 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai thy power, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Yeah, they're going to overtake us, and they have been overtaking us, and the proof is we're living amongst people that don't want to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. Like it said, he's going to give us laws, statutes, and commandments, but we can't keep them because we're in the midst of people that don't allow you to keep them. What I mean by don't allow, you work for companies that celebrate them. Like they'll give you turkeys, they'll give you this and that, they'll say Happy Thanksgiving Day, but then the whole time you're thinking, man, I was so thankful about the day you guys killed the Gadites and took the land and raped the women and murdered the fathers and took all the children and put them in boarding schools. So we had to pay for our sins. Go to the next one.
It says, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So, cursed in the city, and that city is a curse right now. It's overrun with demons. Man, we were looking for a place to park, and this motherfucking demon just cut me off. It saw that I wasn't stopping. You seen that? Just bam. It said, this guy's gonna stop. I'm gonna pull out in front of him and he's gonna fucking stop. That's what happened. Boom.
Yeah, these demons, they get on these people, they get them all wild up, because right now, this time celebration, time for America.
I got this in Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. So we're outnumbered. Well, we're not really outnumbered, but Who's trying to be a Hebrew Israelite out there? There's not that many of us. They're celebrating fallingness right now. Man, there was demons out there. The cops were out there. It's like, man, that's not a good time to be out there. And that goes to Esau too, because his father's iniquity was what we were just discussing. To rape, rob, and murder, theft of the land. You gotta pay for that. What's the next one?
It says, cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kind, thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep.
The flocks of thy sheep, it's a curse. Because you don't really have kids. You have little dependents. They're out there for you, but, you know, they're not really there with you.
Because the children, they don't respect the parents like they should be, you know, like they did in the ancient world, you know.
So there's going to be different types of curses. Now we're catching all this hell, right? There's a reason for it. Like you know, Hebrews 12 and 15. So we're catching all this hell, but at the same time, there's a transition going on, and it's a cycle. It starts with Jake, and then it ends with. It starts with Esau, and then it ends with Jake. Let me see if I can find it. This is second book of Esdras, chapter 6 and verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So, how is Esau the end of it? Because right now, he's showing himself. He's the one that came down with that wrath, deceiving, looking for whom he can devour, because he can devour you with his philosophies. That's why they call Babylon the Great, the whore, the great whore. She's got all the philosophies that she let all the nations drink of from the cup of her fornication. So now she's got to drink from the cup of the Lord's wrath. Go ahead and get that.
The Hebrews 12 and 15, looking diligently lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High, lest any root of bitterness springing up trouble you, and therefore many be defiled.
Which one was that? Oh,
Hebrews 12 and 15.
12 and 5. But that was a good one too. Read that one again. That was a good one.
Hebrews 12 and 15. Looking diligently lest any man fail.
You have to look diligently at what's going on. Now we went out there trying to preach the word, and we tried to look diligently, but there was, as far as we could see, there was no car, no available parking. We would have posted up and then, because we're not afraid of people, but there was nowhere to park. And people were flipping dicks in front of you, trying to cut you off and shit. For what? What are they practicing out there?
It's all witchcraft. It's all witchcraft.
Yeah, and remember last month they were doing the witchcraft, and then they were doing the witches, and this is a non-stop thing with these people. It's a non-stop thing. Go ahead.
This is Hebrews 12 and 15. Looking diligently lest any man fail of the grace of the Most High. That's why right now you gotta look diligently, because right now is the grace period.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time to get right.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
So that grace period is really the freedom period, because we have freedom in Hamashiach, right?
It's the time to change your ways. You know.
Mm. What's that saying? No time like the present. Because this wickedness is at an all-time high. Just look at, I never seen that many people out there. Have you? Never.
It's like this is the time right now.
Yeah, this is the works time. They're gonna have in their Christmas Day parade.
You know.
Let me get this one real quick. Second Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. That's what I was talking about. How do we know that this is the end of Esau? How do we know that this is the time of Esau?
Yeah, because it said Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is that follow.
There's a beginning that follows.
And we know that the ancient world got destroyed, but that wasn't the end of Esau, you know.
And Esau destroyed Jacob too, so that goes into a cycle. So this is a part of the fucking dryer that the clothes go up and then they fall down. So Esau, you're falling down. Your ass is gonna get dried up. You can't deceive us no more. The truth is what set us free. Let's go to 12 and 5.
It's Hebrews 12 and 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
So that chastening was happening to us right now. We couldn't go out there.
You know, because we want to go out there and tell, we want to condemn this place, you know.
But it wouldn't have been a good thing because it wasn't allowed. We couldn't even park anywhere. If we parked somewhere, it would have been too far to fucking walk.
Yeah, because we got the
sign, the big sign. Man, it wouldn't have been a good idea. Man, but these guys, they're showing that they're going down because they're having these things where there was an article where the New York Times wrote about something of the end of babies, like because they're not getting, white people are not getting together to have babies anymore. They're just working and having a fucking living at home and doing this and that. But Issachar and Judah, they're out there straight having babies.
Yep, still having babies.
Still having babies. They can't support them, but guess what? That's okay. The Lord's going to support them because this is the end of Esau. And we have to have some babies so we can have the beginning of it. There's got to be a 1/3. Let's go back to Deuteronomy. And I'm ready to see some great things. I want to see things like that. This is Joshua 10 and 12. Then spake Joshua. Oh, and Joshua is the way you say the name of Yahushua in English, because it's the same translated thing, even though there is no J. That's how you would say. That's how you would say his name.
Yeah.
Not Jesus. What the fuck does Jesus mean? Then spake Joshua to Yahweh Shemi Yahushai in the day when Yahweh Shemi Yahushai delivered up the Amorites before the children of Israel. And he said in the sight of Israel, Sun, stand thou still upon Gibeon, and thou moon in the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still.
Yep. Well, that's a great thing that happened.
And it's going to keep happening. You know? Things like that, like we couldn't find any parking just to go out there. It's because they didn't want us to go out there. So, man, that was odd. And I was thinking we should go out there like at 5. It didn't matter what time we went out there. It would have been no parking. This is their time. And they're really celebrating the death of the Lord.
Yeah, because they're celebrating they're saying that the law is done with. So they're allowing themselves to do anything they want.
Yeah. Let's go back to Deuteronomy 28.
Deuteronomy 28 and 18. Cursed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy land, the increase of thy kin, and the flocks of thy sheep.
Yeah, so everything's going to be cursed.
Even our food is cursed.
Let's see. I think it's everything. About the goats, 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. 25. Read it.
Deuteronomy 28:19. Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
So, curse. Read that again, man. That's a good one.
Cursed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and cursed shalt thou be when thou goest out.
So you're gonna die a curse, and you're gonna live a curse. You're gonna be born into a straight up curse. 'Cause these Christians are mostly Jake, and they're being born into the curse all day long, with the fire and Molech all day long. There's nothing that they can do. They can't get away from it.
Because if we have kids, they're just born into the curse, you know, and then they live their life and they die out of the curse.
Man.
Their kids have kids and it just keeps going in that cycle.
Yeah, this is Matthew 25 and 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. So that's the kingdom. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided his sheep from his goats. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left. Those goats are you Edomites, and the other nations, and the sheep is Israel. So we're gonna get those blessings. It's gonna be the blessings, and then the curses are gonna flip to you. So all these curses that we're reading about, you're gonna get those curses. Another one?
Cause I had that same scripture on hold
Oh,
too.
get it. I mean, let's get it.
Cause it goes on. I'll just read the next verse. It says, then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. And that's he's talking to the elect, to the chosen.
Freedom in the world. Read that one again. That's good.
It says, Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
So that's a good scripture right there. I gotta go back and get this real quick. Alright. Alright. This is the second book of Ezra, chapter 6, verse 5. And ere the present years were sought out, and or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed, they have gathered faith for a treasure, before the foundations were formed. And verse 6, Then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other. So that's going to be right here. He's telling us that the end of it is Esau. When Esau's in power, this is his power. He's about to go down. Go ahead. Let's stay in Matthew, because that's a good one right there.
And it goes on to say, Matthew 25 and 35, For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. So right there he's talking to the elect, because the elect are the ones out there on the highways and the byways who are feeding the sheep. You know, because when he says when you feed me, when you say you feed the Son of God, that means you feed his sheep. You know, his chosen elect.
Yep.
You know, and they're hungry. So you have to feed them. You have to do videos and teach.
You got to try to do something.
Because there's brothers by themselves out there on the highways and byways who are teaching, you know, The reason why they're out there because they fear the Lord. They fear the Lord that much to be out there by themselves. You know?
Gangster. Straight up gangster.
It says, naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. That's how our people, our Israelites are, you know?
Because that prison is what we're living in right now.
Because we're sick, you know, as a body. The body of Israel is sick. You know, they're in prison. But we're the ones getting you out of that prison, waking you up.
So
we're visiting you in there.
And then you're gonna say like, when did you tell us, or when did we hear it?
It's gonna say how it.
Yeah. Keep going.
It says, then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee an hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? So when did we see you? When did we see you and give you food and drink? It says, when saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say unto them, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these brethren, ye have done it unto me. They're talking about the brothers of Israel. So if you teach one of the brothers who don't know he's an Israelite, that that means you're giving the food and drink to the
That's
Son
why
of
they're
God.
little ones, yeah. Because we were created in His image. Well, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there it is. I don't think that was it. Go ahead, keep reading.
And he goes on, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels.
There you go.
So that's all the heathens, starting with the white man, all the way to the 2/3 of Israelites. They're all on the Most High's left hand side. And right there at everlasting fire.
Yeah, fire's gonna.
You're gonna be in everlasting shame.
Read that one again. That's it.
It says, then shall he say also unto them on the left hand, depart from me, ye cursed, into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels.
So that's the flipping over the curses right there. So that's when the curses are going to be. It's like a pancake. Oh, your turn. Your turn to get fried up.
And it's like everlasting fire for the devil, because the Most High is going to exterminate this devil, these Edomites, right?
Yeah. This is Acts 17:31. Because he hath appointed a day in the which he will judge the world in righteousness by that man whom he hath ordained, whereof he hath given assurance unto all men, and that he hath raised him from the dead. So that's going to be the power right there. And that he is Yahushua. Okay.
It says, for I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink. So that's an example of you not doing the work. You not reading, studying, trying to build yourself up so that you could teach others, teach the brethren.
Yep. And then, because we got to teach them everything. Because the first thing they have to know is the milk. And then they have to eventually, when they get the meat. So that meat is the destruction. Like how do you know? How do you know someone's gonna come back and destroy? Well, the things happen in cycles. There has been countless angels on the earth destroying the wicked for generations. Since Egypt.
All the kingdoms have fallen.
Since the flood too. Since, see, they come in different forms. And this is just a little proof right here. This is Isaiah 37 and 36. Then the angel of Yahweh Shem Yahushai went forth and smote the camp of the Assyrians 185,000. And when they arose early in the morning, behold, they were all dead corpses. So in the chariot, the top man too. And that's going to happen again.
This is Matthew 25 and 43. I was a stranger and ye took me not in. So these Israelites, foreigners, they're strangers, because they don't know anything. So we have to take them in. We have to let them know and wake them up. It says, naked and ye clothed me not, sick, in prison, and ye visited me not. So if you know a brother, who don't know he's an Israelite, you have to go visit that brother and take him out of that prison that he is in his mind. You have to take him out of that Gentile state.
So this is Lamentations 4 and 18. They hunt our steps that we cannot go into our streets. Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. So the end of this, the torment is coming. The end of the curses is coming. See, all you hear is those sirens.
Yep.
All the time. In verse 19, our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of the heaven. So the eagles of the heaven, what is the eagles of the heaven? The chariots. You ever seen that show Thunderhawks or Silverhawks?
Yeah.
The eagles of the heavens, man.
That's why they call the airplanes or jets eagle.
The iron eagles and stuff like that.
They got code name Eagle.
They pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness. That's talking about you Edomites. Always destroying everything, pushing us towards the mountains. And then when we try to pass through the King's Highway, you guys said, don't even cross here, don't get our water, don't touch nothing. And if we see you touching our water, we're going to kill you. Go ahead.
Matthew 25 and 44. Then shall they also answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered, or athirst, or a stranger, or naked, or sick, or in prison, and did not minister unto thee? So he's saying, when? When was that? Because there ain't no excuse for you to say that you haven't heard the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, because this word has went out to all the earth already.
And by now, everybody has heard it. Everybody has heard it. Even YouTube has heard it. And what we mean is they're trying to shut us down. Yesterday, I just changed my channel settings to my audience is not for intended for kids. So that means all my videos are good, and the videos that I put up, I have to change them. So I don't have to do that. I don't have to worry about getting fined $43,000 that I don't have. And the first step they did to that was was selling the internet to Europe, because the internet was the United States property, and then you could express yourself, freedom of expression, all that shit. And YouTube is about you. But guess what? It's not about you no more. It's about fucking money. And if you ain't making no money, you ain't making no sense.
So, let me get this preset. This is Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come.
Yep.
So it started out, the word started out in New York, and then it spread, spread to South America. It went all the way to the eastern part of the world, Africa, Europe.
China,
Yep.
Germany, all over.
It's even in Australia, because Australia is a little island by itself.
Let me back that up real quick. This is John 8 and 12. Then spake Yahushua again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. So you basically gotta know everything. These people out here celebrating the death of Yahushua. Man.
It said the light of the world. If you're anywhere in the world, you're gonna be able to see that light.
Mm-hmm. This is Ephesians 3 and 9. And to make all men see what is the fellowship of the mystery, which from the beginning of the world hath been hid in Yahweh, who created all things by Yahushua Mashiach. Oh man. Because the mystery is Yahushua Mashiach. You didn't know that he was a dark-skinned man. You didn't know that his people were Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You didn't know that there's a war going on between Yahushua and Esau, this spiritual devil's counterpart. Because we're battling against those motherfuckers right now. You can move into your lesson now if you want.
Romans 10 and 17.
Romans 10 and 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and by hearing by the word of Yahweh.
Yeah, so faith comes by hearing. So the first thing that you hear, when we come out here to prophesy, is the word, is that, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the real Israelites. So with that's